Hi everyone. Thanks
Hi.
for joining us tonight. Happy full moon in Cancer and winter equinox. It's a special day for
Hmm.
releasing and setting intentions, and we're so glad that you're joining us. So, I'm Emily Hamilton.
I'm Alec Hamilton.
I'm a clairvoyant healer and herbalist, and we are the founders of Create Your Divine Partnership. And we're here to talk to you today about the law of attraction and why the law of attraction isn't working for you. And the fact of the matter is that, of course, the law of attraction is working for you. We live in this universe. We are all working with the law of attraction all the time. And if you're not familiar with the law of attraction, it is simply that we are vibrational beings and we hold vibrations in our bodies, and the universe is responding to those vibrations and giving us those vibrations constantly, all the time. And so, of course, the law of attraction is working for you. That proves it.
Everything exists in vibration.
Yes, everything exists in vibration, and we are part of that interplay. So, when the law of attraction isn't working for you in regards to a relationship, or this could apply to another thing as well, but when it's not working in your relationship and you have this idea, you have an idea of what you would like to create, and it's intellectual. You have this clear thing that you're creating, and you're getting something different. And so what that shows is that there's a vibration in your space that's not in alignment with that intellectual perception of what it is that you want. The energy in your space is greater than the intellectual perception of what you're creating. And that is what is controlling your manifestations. And so I have a great example of this. And I managed to manifest 2 relationships in a row. People who not only had the same birthday, that is the opposite birthday to Alec's birthday, astrologically opposite.
Exact opposite.
Exact opposite.
Aries Taurus.
Aries Taurus cusp. 2 people in a row who I intellectually thought, I want a relationship. I want something that's going to be lasting. I want something that's really going to fill myself, that I'm going to fall in love with this person, and it's going to be great. You know, like I had all these ideas. I had this intellectual perception of what it was that I wanted. But I was afraid. I was afraid that love would lead to heartache, that if I loved someone, they would leave me, and that I would be alone. And that is exactly what I manifested. And that was, it took me a few times to figure that one out, but I did. And it's extremely painful. I needed that growth. I needed to have that heartache. And that feeling is of manifesting your fears is extremely challenging. And
So you manifested exactly what you were afraid of.
I manifested exactly what I was afraid of. That was the energy in my space that was controlling my manifestations. And Alec has some other examples of this that he'd like to share too.
Yeah, I mean, I had a very similar experience with it. Basically, intellectually, I was telling myself that what I want is a partnership. I want to be in love. I want to get married. I want to raise a family together. I was telling myself in my mind over and over that that's what I wanted, because that's what you do when you graduate college and you're ready to go on to the next step. Society tells you to move in that direction, and there was something in my being that was not quite ready for that. And I can look at it in a couple different ways. One way was that I still wanted the freedom to go and do as I please, basically just be not be responsible for anybody but myself. I needed more time to go out and do that. But the other thing, the deeper meaning of it was that I was actually really afraid. I was afraid that I was gonna get hurt, and I was afraid that I was gonna hurt her, my previous partner, and I couldn't stop looking at those things. I was seeing it and just being like, eventually I'm gonna hurt you, you know, like I'm gonna hurt your feelings. Eventually I'm not gonna be able to commit, and I'm gonna live through this cycle again. And I kept focusing on it, and sure enough, that was the result that I had. We had a just absolutely heartbreaking separation, and we totally manifested it. We are both aware of that, of how that went down, and it was hard to watch because we were aware that it was happening while it was happening. It was like we seeing the train wreck coming and not being able to move out of the way. And so it basically went down in that same way. Another example I was going to use that's a little less heavy, but also useful to think about is just the idea of transforming our body. So my specific example was I wanted to be a professional mountain bike racer. In my head, I was like, this is going to be so cool. I'm going to love this. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to be a professional mountain bike racer. It's going to be so cool. And I spent a lot of time and a lot of energy trying to do that. But another part of me did not want to let go of just fun with my friends and staying up late and going out, and the lack of structure and responsibility that I was enjoying was on the other side. So I was just doing both. I was like training super hard, trying really hard to do this thing, and then I'd be like, all right, let's go out. Let's drink some beers. Let's have fun. And so it was like swimming upstream, you know, fighting against the current. And that's the metaphor here, is that if there's something still in your space that is like, it's like a, you know, trying to set sail with your anchor down, you know. There's something that needs to be released, right? So
in order for you to create what it is that you truly would like to have, you have to release that fear. And those fears are valid. They're totally understandable. My fear of having a partner leave me and being alone that's a really scary thing. That is something that I think a lot of people I know deep down, maybe they don't want to say it, they don't want to admit it, but maybe deep down it's there. And if you're ready to release that, if you're ready to move on, maybe that's not your fear, maybe it's something else. You're ready to release that, and you're ready to create your divine partnership, which is the most amazing thing you'll ever do. There are other amazing things you can do too, but this is definitely one of the most amazing things we've ever done.
It's been really magical.
Yeah, the most magical journey of our lives. And this is something that we've both done and we help our clients do. And if you're ready to turn that page and create your divine partnership, then please send us a message and we would love to get started with you on that process.
Yeah, it's super fun.
It's the best.
Then there's all kinds of amazing things to manifest.
There sure are, yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned for our Facebook Live schedule for next week. It's going to be awesome.
Super exciting.
Mwah.